Today's Gospel on this 23rd of December features the story of the circumcision of John the Baptist and the naming that goes along with that. It reminds us very clearly that sometimes God's plans and the plans of human beings, as represented by John the Baptist's relatives who were trying to name him according to custom, go in opposite directions. Unfortunately, that's all too common in this day and age when we think we know better than God and what God has in store for us. In today's Gospel, ultimately, God's plan wins out as John the Baptist's father Zechariah, who had been struck dumb because he refused to believe that God's plan might unfold the way God thought it would, so finally gets his way and calls his son John, and immediately his voice is returned to him and he's able to speak. And we will see the results of that return of speech in tomorrow's Gospel. But today it's important to hold on to the reality that our Gospel presents to us, that sometimes we think we know better than God. The reality, of course, is that's not true. We cannot even begin to fathom the ways of God, nor can we even hope to get it right without God's help. And so we engage in that wonderful process called discernment, which is not an easy task, nor is it a quick task, but it's a task that we as Christians are called to as we seek to know the mind of God as best we can and to follow what God has revealed to us as part of that discernment process. It can be challenging, it can be difficult, as I say, but ultimately it's the only way that we can begin to do those things that God has asked of us. And that's where we run into trouble sometimes, because other people will think they know. And we have to say, hang on, let's just slow down and work this out together. So on this 23rd of December, let's commit ourselves to doing exactly that. Just taking a step back and saying, let's slow this down. Let's join together and work out together what it is we think God might be working from us, knowing that we might not get it right, but we can only do it and get it right, hope to get it right, if we rely on God's help to do that. And so, our O antiphon for today. O Emmanuel, you are our King and our Judge, the one whom the peoples await and their Saviour. O come and save us, Lord our God.